Good morning, everyone. My name is Amanda, and you are watching Shopping for a Profit. Excuse me, I legit just woke up a little bit ago, but I'm packing up my eBay packages and Poshmark packages, and I wanted to do a quick video before I pack them all up and send them out for the mailman, because the Coogi sweaters are all going out today. So if you saw my last video, you know that I was so excited because I found a ton of Coogi sweaters at the thrift store for $4 each. I decided to put them on eBay as auctions, and I did that for a couple reasons. One, I am not a Coogi expert by any means. I've sold two Coogis before this. It was a brand that I know to look for, but I just don't have a ton of experience selling. I think that pricing them is a little bit, I know a good range, but that's about it. So I decided to do an auction because, one, my last Coogis I set a price. Oh, hi Frank. Don't be on my Coogis. Nope. Sorry. So my last ones I set a price and they sold. I did take an offer on both of them, and I think they sold in like the 200 to 225 range. But they kind of sat for longer than I thought they would. So I figured, one, an auction would make sure that these are all gone in 7 days, which is a huge plus for me. And two, I didn't know what they were going to bring. So I started everything at $49.99, and yeah, I'm going to tell you what they sold for. Let me pull up my eBay screen here. I was so excited last night. Sold. Now, a few tips on doing auctions. One, I find doing them nights works so much better because people are actually home and they're not at work. And I try to do them after like a typical dinner time. That way they're not busy and they don't miss it, because I find that my auctions go higher at night. Alright, let's see. Which one do I have first? Oh, this one. So this was the pure wool sweater, which I think the wool ones typically did better. That was my knowledge before. This had like all the jewel hues, but I wasn't sure about this one because the collar, and I thought that made it a little bit less desirable than the just crew neck, I guess. But it did have those cool buttons. Let me find this one. Here we go. And this one ended up selling for $162. So I was pretty happy with that. I thought my super bright colored ones were going to bring me about $200. So this one, while it's still bright and has like all those colors, they are like the darker hues. So I thought that would kind of impact because it's not quite as bright. I mean, it's still... This was actually one of, like, probably one of my top. They were all cool, but I really liked this one. But this collar is what made me think that it wasn't going to bring the $200 I was looking for. So I was really happy with $162. This one... This one was one of the Coogi classics, and it was the 40% linen and 60% cotton. I need coffee this morning. It had the mock neck. This one, I didn't have like super high expectations for it because it's not the crazy colors. It's just blues, grays, and cream. But it ended up selling for $100. Excuse me. Good gosh. $167.50. So I'm not sure if it's the linen has something to do with that. I don't know. But I, again, was very happy with $167.50 for that one. This one, I was hoping to get about $200, between $200 and like $225 for. This one is a 100% wool Coogi. Get some of this, my hair. And it had darker colors, but there were still like a lot of them. Show you the back. And this one sold for $190. So I honestly was thinking it would go a little bit higher than that. But my estimate of around $200 was obviously pretty close. So I'm not disappointed at all by any means. So $190. The next one was my lowest selling sweater, but it sold for more than what I thought. So this one was a very plain cream sweater. It's got the cable knit. It does have the Sydney Olympics embroidered in there, and it was part of their Millennium collection. Now, I worth pointed, is that a word? This sweater, I find it here, and I saw, because I couldn't find this exact sweater, and I saw that it had sold for $40. So I really had low expectations for this. I saw a basic yellow one had sold for $100, but it had like a patch down here on the bottom, and this one does not. So I started at $49.99. I started all of them at $49.99, and it ended up selling for $71. So I was very happy with that. Like I said, I was expecting it to go and just get maybe one bid at the 50, maybe go up to like 55, 60, because it really didn't get a lot of action until the very end, and I only had, I think, like 7 watchers on this one. The next one was my favorite, and apparently eBay's favorite. So this one is 100% cotton. This one was, I was thinking would do minimum 200, probably more in like the 250, 275 range, because it is super bright, super colorful. I mean, if this is the most biggie sweater I've ever seen. And maybe Biggie wore this sweater. Maybe not this one, but like the same color pattern. All of their sweaters come out different. But I think they have different, like, specific color patterns, if that makes sense. If you are a Coogi person and that is not correct, please enlighten me. However, I feel like Biggie would have worn this. I was expecting, again, $250-ish. You guys, this one sold for $650. Never in my wildest dreams. That's one of the reasons I love auctions, because never in my wildest dreams would I have ever listed this for $650. Ever. But that's what it sold for. I'm going to Google real fast. Biggie Smalls. I wonder if that's why it went so high. Smalls Coogi. Images. Everyone uses Biggie Smalls in their description. I don't know. If you know what made this one so special to warrant $650, please enlighten me. I am not complaining. I'm just curious. I'm a very curious person. And they paid like 2 seconds after the auction ended. We'll do this one last. This one I was getting a little worried about, I'll be honest. I thought it was cool. I was not expecting the $200 range. I was expecting probably like $150 on this because of the V-neck. Again, I think the crew necks are more desirable. But this one, the colors are pretty dark. There's a lot of them. And it's pretty, but they're like browns and golds. There's some deep red. But this one sold for $177.50. So, again, I was good. I mean, I paid $4 for them, so I was clearly good with all of it. This one, after seeing the other one take off to over $600, I thought this one was going to go up a little bit more. This one is 100% cotton. By no means am I disappointed. 100% cotton. This one, I dubbed it my coral reef sweater. This one quickly got up to $300, and which is more than I would have probably listed it for anyways. I probably would have listed it for $250. I don't really like listing my stuff super high and waiting for offers. I want someone just to buy it. I am in the business to sell clothes, not store them. So I just want to move them. That is my thing. I just want to move them. So I probably would have listed this about $250 and taken $200. And it sold, so when it got up to $300, I was like, okay, cool. That's more than I would have done for. But this one ended right after the $650 one. So I was like, oh my gosh, all the bids came, because all the bids come at the very last second. So it was at $310, and then it shot up to $350. So it didn't really get very many bids at the end, but that's okay. So $315. And the last Coogi that I have, I was expecting, if I listed this one, I don't know. I wasn't going to list it for near as much. It has the collar. Does have the cool buttons. But it's got a lot of the natural colors. It's got some cool colors in it. This one is another one of the 40% linen, 60% cotton. I did not think this was going to be a $200 sweater by any means. I thought it would be, I don't know, I didn't have an expectation less than that. It ended up selling for $110.50. So, and my thing is, people might say, oh, if you would have listed that for $150 or $175 and just been patient, you probably could have gotten it. And I may have. Like, I am so not denying that. However, my thought process was, I had like 20 to 45 watchers on each one of these items. And those are people who collect these and buy these, and they know what they're worth. So I feel like if someone was like, go fight that fire. I feel like if they were like, wow, like that is a $180 sweater and it's only at $30 or $50, they would have snatched it up immediately. So I feel like they know what things are worth. I know sometimes you can get burned on auctions, but with like super desirable collectibles, I feel like there's just so many people who want them. And $110, if you're telling me I had to wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months for an extra $40, I'm just not interested in that. And that's just my business model. Some people are willing to sit on things for a really long time. I would rather take that 110, which is really what, $106 profit, and reinvest it in some inventory and make my money back 2 more times before this would have sold for another $40 if I would have held on to it. So that's just me. I was good. I was happy. And the other thing is, sometimes, like, I know how exciting it is to find this stuff and get a deal. So I hope the people that bought them, maybe he bought it for 110. I hope he gets it and is so psyched at not only having the sweater, but being like, man, I saved like $30 because that was such an awesome, like, that was a deal. More power to you, and I hope you love that, because that's why people are on sites like eBay and Poshmark, because they want to find that same, like, excitement over finding those things. And so I got it for $4. I'm good. So this was my Tundra. It was new with tags. Coogi-esque, but definitely not a Coogi. I started this one at $29.99. I was hoping to get $50, $60 for it, and it ended up selling for $78. So very happy with that one. And that is all my sweaters. Let me total up what I got here. So we had 78 plus 167.50. Now this is obviously pre-fees. 315, 177.50, 190, 162.50, 110.50, 650, and 71. Plus, I sold one to my friend for 150. Gave her an amazing deal. Oh my gosh. I hope they're okay. I'm kind of kicking myself for it. Like I said, I thought maybe I would get like $200, $250 for some of the sweaters. And she picked out one that I thought was in like the $200 to $250 range. And I figured this was before I decided to do auctions. And I was like, well, Posh is going to take like 20% off of that. So $200. If I list at $250, I'll take $200. And the first 20% off of that would be like $160. So I sold it to her for $150. I'm not mad. Not mad at all. I'm more curious, like, what it would have done at this point. But I am not mad at all, because my total price for buying everything was $40. And they sold in 1 week for, and let me tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of, plus 7, the one I sold to my friend. So 7 of the 10 have already paid. They ended late last night. They sold for $2,072 minus my $40 I paid. So I profited before fees, and eBay fees are less than Poshmark fees. And I didn't have to pay fees on the one I sold to my friend, obviously. So pre-fees, I made $2,032 off of that haul for 10 items. So I am really, really, really good. I have an average profit per item of $203.20. So I'm happy. Super happy, actually. And that's it. So I am going to come back this week. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Friday. Today is Wednesday? Yep, today is Wednesday. And I have an unboxing to do for you guys from ThredUp still, and I'm trying to catch some listing up that's desperately needed. And then I want to do a video of just some things that we have planned for the next couple months for our business and how it's kind of evolving. So that's super exciting. A little nervous, but yeah, that is it. So I hope you are excited about going out and finding some awesome things. I hope you guys all find a huge lot of Coogi sweaters. And if you do, my advice would be maybe try eBay. I think that it was very successful, and like I said, I love the idea of getting that money like within the 7 days. So let me know if you know a whole lot about Coogi and you have any ideas of why some of them did what they did and didn't do what I expected them to. Please let me know in the comments below. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button. And yeah, we're pretty close to 100 subscribers, which is really cool to me. I know that's probably a low number for a lot of people, but I think that's pretty awesome. So I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you later. I gotta get these packages out. So have a good one. Bye, guys.